Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back to my channel. This week I am going to show you what I get at the grocery store when I do some of my grocery shopping. Now there's a few different stores here in Agadir and today I'm just going to be going to one because I don't need that many things, but I thought that it would be interesting to show you what I get and how the grocery stores are here in Morocco. Because I've gotten a lot of questions about where I do my grocery shopping, what I get, and what's available here to us in Morocco. And I have to say that we have pretty much everything that you would find in the States or even in France. Obviously not everything, but we have more than enough. And I hope that I'll be able to film in the store. So the supermarket that I am going to take you to is called the Marjan, and it opened about 20 years ago. The only reason that I remember this is because I was pregnant with my first son when it opened, and it was like the big thing here in Agadir, the opening of a big supermarket. So you can actually see that it hasn't been that long since we've had a big supermarket. Before the Marjan opened, so before 20 years, I used to have to go to the local market to get my groceries and to a few different tiny stores here in Agadir. Now this one is big. You can pay with your credit card, which is good, It has everything that you need. So let me take you along with me. Let's go shopping. And then afterwards, I will show you what I got. Before we go to the store, I thought I would show you. I got myself a new microwave. Oh my God, this has been so good. It's only when you don't have a microwave anymore that you really realize how convenient it is. So we've got the microwave. That is my old blender over there, but if you can see here near the trash can and underneath my dog's bowl, there's a box from Jumia, and inside that box there is my new blender. I just haven't gotten around to opening it, and I think that I'm waiting for the other one to explode in my face before I actually open this one. So I will probably open that later. It is such a gloomy day today. It rained. I don't know if you guys can tell. Look at the sky. It's so gloomy. These are just my husband's motorcycles out here. All right. Let's go to the supermarket. I'm just gonna grab my big bag and we're off. Let's go. All right, so this is happening. My husband actually took the car, so I don't have a car, which means I have to take one of the minibuses to go shopping. So let me just grab some keys. All right. So this is the car that I'm going to be taking to go shopping. Everybody that sees me driving it just laughs because I'm so tiny. I'm 1.60 meters, which is about 5'2". And when they see me getting out or getting into this big minibus and driving it around, they always make fun of me. All right, you guys, we are back from the grocery store. It was not easy to film. I could only film a little bit because I kept on seeing people from the store creeping up on me, and I know that they don't really like for people to film in public places here in Morocco, or you have to have a special authorization and you have to ask and all that. So it was a little bit difficult for me, but I did manage to film a little bit of what's in the store. And now I'm gonna take you into my dining room and show you what I got. Now, this is just a reminder that this is not like everything that I buy in 1 week or whatever. This is just a top up of what I needed because there were a few things that I was missing around the house. So I will show you what I got now. Disclaimer, I do have some junk food that is non-vegan because, as some of you might know, my 15-year-old son Elon is far from being vegan, has no interest in that type of lifestyle, which I totally respect. So I do buy him once in a while, just a little bit of junk food. What you gonna do? All right, super quickly, that was a little overview. So let me show you what we got. Let's start with the junk food first. There's not a lot, but there is a little bit. If any of you guys are from Morocco or you've lived here or you've visited, this is a typical kind of juice that the kids and the teens like to drink. I think it has everything besides the actual fruit inside, but it is a fruit cocktail flavored, and my son Elon just loves these. And the thing that they do here, I'll actually show you, it's kind of funny. When they are ready to drink it, they flip it over, they bite a little piece out of here, and they just like sip it from this part. It's really funny. My kids love doing that, actually. My oldest son, Yael, I think his fondest memories of when he was a kid was when he was at the surf camp just sipping on these little juices. Anyway, those are for Elon. And now we have also from Elon these Milka chocolate bars because he loves them. And they were actually on sale at the Marjan. They were really cheap. So I got him his two favorites, which is Chips Ahoy. And then I got him this Oreo flavored one as well. I think he'll like that too. All right, next we have a can of chickpeas. And I like this brand because I think it's a Lebanese brand. I just like it. It's nice to have that on hand when you don't feel like making your own chickpeas, or when you just want to throw it into a curry or make your own hummus and all that. It's just easy to have on hand. I didn't have any more of these. Then we have some already made lentils, which I always like to have a can of in my fridge as well. Here we have some just black tea. It's infused with bergamot, which is, I think, bergamot in English. We really like this tea, my husband and I. We've got these little rice packs. These were like 5 dirhams only for a small rice pack. And there's 2 types of yellow rice, and then this is just some white rice. And then here in Morocco, I also wanted to show you that we actually have to buy our water because you can't really drink it from the tap. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but it's, not really recommended. So we actually have to buy all of our water from the store. So these are like really big containers. I don't know if you can tell, but they're like 5 liters. We usually buy them in bulk, but I didn't have any right now. I didn't feel like carrying 10 of these around the supermarket, so I just bought 2. And then here I bought a big bag of 5 kilos of flour because we like to make our homemade tortillas or our homemade pizza dough sometimes. I also use this kind of flour to make my bread. I really like that as well. Here we have some tomatoes that are just with the pulp here. Just some canned tomatoes, and I think there's like 3 cans in here. There's nothing besides the tomatoes inside. We also have 2 of these little Aisha. This is concentrated tomato paste. This is so traditional in Moroccan cuisine. And I like to buy these small ones because if you don't use them all up and you actually open the lid, it can turn black, and I don't really like that. So I buy these little ones because I just open it up and basically use the whole thing and then chuck the can out and, move on. Whereas if I have like a bigger one of these, I often find that it either, just rots in my fridge or I don't get that much use out of it. All right, what do we have here? Here we've got these little pastas that my son Sasha loves to have with a little bit of vegan butter and just some salt and pepper. He really likes these little pastas. I bought those for him. We have some random Colgate toothpaste. And then we have this miel moutarde mustard, which is actually honey mustard. This is really good. And I bought this mustard actually to go with these little hot dog buns because I found this recipe on Pinterest, I think it is, of these carrot hot dogs that I am going to try out. It's going to be the first time that I make them. If it works out, I will do a separate video on them because I thought that the concept was so funny, and actually, it looks really good in the recipe. So I'm going to try to make my own homemade vegan carrot hot dogs. So I bought these little hot dog buns to go with it, and you needed some of this honey mustard or like a type of sweet mustard to go with it. So I just bought that as well. All right, on this side, moving on, we have some tomate frito. This is like some tomatoes with, they're like fried tomatoes and put into a puree. And this does contain a little bit of oil, but I like to use it in a lot of my dishes because the taste is amazing, first of all, and it's also, you know, a lot easier than having to make your own tomato frito. So this is really, really nice. Here we have some normal milk, and this is for my 15-year-old. So this is for Elon. He likes to have his milk with coffee in the morning when he goes to school. So I bought him just one of these. This will last him for the entire week. That's why I only bought one. Then here I have some oatmeal that I bought. I tend to buy at least 2 or 3 of these per week because I use a lot of oats. So this is just a top up because I had, I think, just another half pack in my pantry and I wanted to make sure that I had enough. All right, here we have some Lebanese bread, and I like to have this just to make some easy sandwiches for myself or my husband, or even for Sasha at school. Although for Sasha, I like to use these tacos. These are called taco breads. They're not the traditional like American tacos that are bent in half, you know, that are really crispy. These are actually, they're kind of like flour tortillas. And these are really nice. You can see here, it says that you can put it into the panini machine and it will grill really nicely. So these are the kinds of little breads that I like to buy for, you know, my kids or even me, just to make like a warm sandwich type of situation, like a warm burrito. This would actually be more considered to be like a burrito bread type of thing. And then here we have another type of sandwich bread. Now I bought this as well for my kids because they really like these types of breads. This is kind of soft. I don't know if you can tell. It's kind of like a soft bread and kind of like a hot dog bun type of bread, but a little bit bigger and a little bit, you know, different in taste. So this is for my kids. They love this. I have my big bag of peanuts. This is 900 grams of peanuts, which is almost 1 kilo. And this I use to make my homemade peanut butter. Then here I bought some capers because I like to throw these on our pizzas and sometimes also in some tomato sauce. I like to use my mother-in-law's recipe, which is some Sicilian tomato sauce, and she likes to put capers and olives in there. We have 2 little bottles of soy sauce because I go through these a lot. I like to saute my vegetables with soy sauce and I like to add it on to a lot of my stuff. So this I need. Here we have a bottle of ulmes, and this is the traditional Moroccan bubbly water, so I would say sparkling water. I really like to drink this with either just some lemon juice, or sometimes I will throw in some fruit in there, or just plain when I'm feeling like having something a little sparkly. You know, sometimes you just feel like you have to drink something that has bubbles in it, something that's different than coffee, tea, or water. And here in Morocco, that's one thing actually that I should probably mention is there are really not that many types of drinks that you can have when you're watching your sugar intake. They have a lot of sugary drinks. So I find myself, apart from the Coca Zero and Diet Coke, that's all there is at the moment in the store. You cannot find any Sprite Zero or Diet Sprite or Diet Ginger Ale or any kinds of sparkling drinks without sugar. You cannot find at the moment. So, you know, this will do for the time being. And then my favorite part, we have all of my milks. So I love the Alpro brand and I'm so happy because we can actually find them now here in Morocco. It hasn't been that long since they're available to us. I think maybe a few months now. So I am digging this trend. I love all of these milks that I get. So I have oat milk, I have soy milk and almond milk, and I like to alternate. Today I felt like getting these 3 different types. They were actually on sale. That's the reason that I got all 3 of them. All right, moving on. We have these little, I don't want to say vegan biscuits because they're not really vegan, because they do contain honey, but they are egg and milk free. So these are the only types of biscuits that I find that don't have butter, milk, or eggs for my son Sasha, and he really likes them. And he likes to eat them with this dark chocolate at night. So he usually gets like, I usually like portion it out for him and for my husband, if I'm being completely honest. So they get like 5 biscuits and like some of this chocolate every night. You know, it's kind of like their treat. And sometimes I even have this chocolate. I don't really eat the biscuits because I find that by eating so much whole foods plant-based, as soon as I have something that is a little bit more processed, I tend to feel it in my stomach. So these tend to hurt my stomach a little bit when I eat them. So, you know, I just keep them for my husband and for my son. I hope that you guys enjoyed my haul. If you'd like to see more of these and what we have here in Agadir, just let me know in the comments down below and I will be more than happy to do that for you. Bye, you guys. Take good care of yourselves.